SportsCenter.
The men under center, the center of attention. Romo warns the Skins. Cassel ready to jet. Big Ben sent a message by his head coach. Jay Billis reveals his top 5 college basketball players and why one of them will not be ready for the opener. From the classic matchup of Dominique and Bird to last season's playoff thriller, the Celtics and Hawks pick up right where they left off. And if Kobe's Lakers are to stay perfect, they'll have to stop Chris Paul in his record-setting start. SportsCenter. Greg Oden back for the Trailblazers, Portland and Miami. Oden's been out with a sprained foot, suffered in the team season opener. He entered the game with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter and told Chris Quinn to talk to the hand. He had 2 blocks and off the offensive rebound. This is Greg Oden's first NBA bucket. NBA fans hope there's plenty more to come. And then Oden's going to block Quan Cook. 2 blocks on the night for the big feller. How's it? Neil Everett here. Karl Ravech is right over there. Oden said he hoped to play the full game. He's young. We'll have full game highlights with Oden's Blazers and Dwayne Wade's Heat later in this show. But first, a team that almost cooked Boston's goose last season.
I think less than a championship is a failure. It's only one winner. There's no promise you get back to this point. It's all about the ring.
Face the Cavaliers in round 2.
And as good as last year was, it doesn't come close to the Celtics-Hawks Game 7 showdown from the 87-88 season. That night, Dominique Wilkins scored 47, Larry Bird 34, and 20 came in the fourth quarter alone. Boston won by 2. The present-day comparisons of Bird's big 3 with Paul Pierce's gathered steam last year with that title. The bigger stretch is going Joe Johnson to Dominique, although both did play for the Celtics. Johnson may never win a scoring title like Neek. He hopes to win a championship. What a showdown tonight. 6-0 Hawks, second night in a row on the road. Usually that's fatal, especially in what's a graveyard for them. It's also their first 6-0 start since the 97-98 year when they went 11-0. Garnett had it, couldn't get it to drop. Al Horford is there to block that shot. Horford, unfortunately, foul trouble, sits most of the first half. He ended up with only 5 points in 23 minutes. Ronald Flip Murray was the star. He played college ball at Shaw. You saw that acrobatic layup. Then Mario West finds Murray. The Hawks shot 59% from 3. They were burying everything. He had 12 in the first half, 14 of the game. Then the big 3 take over. Ray Allen driving hard to the hole, getting it to drop, and he gets banged. Celtics down by 7. Allen, 17 in the game. Under a minute to go in only the first half. Rondo, Garnett. They worked that play a few times in this one. Efficient Garnett, 10 of 16 from the field, and Rondo had 10 assists. Atlanta really had nobody to match up with the big number 5. With Horford on the bench, it's 51 all at the half. Pierce drains a 3. He was 3 of 7. Ray Allen was 1 of 9. That was it. They made 4 threes in the game at 69-67. Garnett was special, hustling in the fourth quarter, knocking that ball out to Allen to keep it alive. And then he'll spin off Horford, calling for this alley-oop, firing everybody up. Don't go to sleep yet. It's 92-88. It's not over. Later in the fourth, the Hawks rally behind Johnson, who didn't have a great shooting night, 9 of 23, but when you needed them, they fell. Incredible. Hawks trail by 2. Under 2 to play. Pierce driving past Evans, and that quick first step got him. He got hit on the head, then he hit himself on the head. 99-95. Johnson, a runner in the lane. Ridiculous. It's tied at 99. He had 28 and 7 assists. Hawks down 2. Johnson, baseline. Remember Marvin Williams at Carolina? He took 4 threes tonight, hit them all. It's 102-101 Atlanta. 7.4 to go. The handoff to Pierce, and with 5-10, drains it. Another clutch bucket down the stretch. Celtics by 1. The Hawks got to catch and shoot, and when Bibby drops it, it's over. Well, the Hawks are coming, boys. You can hear them knocking. 103-102 as Pierce goes for 34 points and 6 rebounds. Take it full circle. Go back to that playoff game 7 in '88. Bird had 34 in that game. Pierce has 34 in this one. He does most of his damage in the fourth quarter. And you look at the rest of the scoring, spread out pretty well between Garnett and Ray Allen. Perkins contributes 8 rebounds off the bench. Try as they might, the Hawks fall one more time to Paul Pierce and the Celtics.
We've been watching them, and we know from last year in the playoffs that next year coming in, this team is going to be really good. You know, this team is going to be a definite playoff team. They're tough with Joe Johnson leading them, and you know, you can expect big things out of the Hawks. We didn't expect this game to be easy. They play hard. They got their defensive scheme together, and they're going to be a team to mess with in the East.
Hey, a great player hit a great shot, you know, I mean, but I applaud my guys. I mean, they never quit. You know, we got in late this morning, and we came out and competed from the beginning to the end, and I hated the game to end.
That's the beauty of you. If you try to do back-to-back overnight centers, you're not rallying on that second day. But here, the Hawks do. Paul Pierce was incredible and has been the last couple of games for the Celtics in half number 2. He explodes in the final 24 minutes. He scored 50 second-half points and gone 19 of 20 from the free-throw line, nearly 60% from the floor as well, including that game winner against Atlanta on Wednesday. They do have the experience, but again, those Hawks are knocking on the door. Jamal Mashburn, what did we learn tonight?
The Atlanta Hawks are a tremendous athletic basketball team, but they just don't do it on the offensive end, led by Joe Johnson. They do it on the defensive end, which has become their calling card, their trademark. They rebound the basketball, and they do not turn it over. They're going to be a tough out for some of the Eastern Conference opponents. And let's not forget, they're doing this without one of their star players in Josh Smith. I look for the Atlanta Hawks to go deep into the NBA playoffs.
The Lakers are unbeaten, but New Orleans is the sexy pick to represent the West. Kobe and company have heard all that talk. They're in New Orleans. Kobe, the MVP. Chris Paul, the runner-up of a season ago. Hug. First quarter, Paul, crossover. Good-looking shot. Hornets down 1. Lakers up 4 now. Derek Fisher to Vladimir Radmanovic. To Pau Gasol. Gasol had 14. Bynum had 14. Trevor Ariza had 10. You can see 2 of them right here when Mike James' pass is picked by Lamar Odom, and there's Ariza. Lakers up 11 after 1. They were up 21 at the half, and part of the reason was Peja Stojakovic. He forgot his shot in the locker room.
Oh, boy.
Misses a 3. This is a mid-range jumper. Another 3. Peja was 0 for 8 in the first half. New Orleans shot 29% on its home court in the first half. Fourth quarter, they're down 16. This game's over. Well, Chris Paul he's scoring, and then he's assisting to James Posey. Paul had 13 assists. It's an 11-point game. Now 9. Paul had 30. It's a 7-point game. An NBA record 7 consecutive 20-point, 10-assist games to start a season for Chris Paul, 30 and 13. And Phil Jackson says, "Yo, Kobe!" Hey, right there. Kobe only had 7 at the half. He reminds James Posey, I'm one of those single-name players. Kobe. Nobody says James.
That's your NBA defensive specialist against Kobe from last year's finals.
Kobe gets it done. The Lakers get it done. 93-86. Coach Jackson, you're the lone unbeaten.
Well, if at the end of the season it's like this, then it would mean a lot, wouldn't it? But no, I mean, there's been a lot of teams that have gotten off to good starts, and it doesn't mean you're going to have a good finish. But this is what we want to do, and we're doing the right thing. With just one game at a time is all it takes.
I think we need to get 10 up, and then from there we try to press it up to 20 up. So basically, you know, I just want to continue the win streak. I just want to keep playing defense because I think that's what's going to do it for us.
Coach has got a new look.
Yeah, he does.
He's
growing it out.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
You're not
endorse it.
Not working for you?
No. Third time in his 18 years as an NBA head coach, like he cares that that Coach Jackson started well. And if the past tells us anything, it should be a good year for the Lakers. Previous 2 teams that started 7-0 under Phil Jackson went on to win the NBA title. Avery Johnson on line 7.
I really love what the Lakers are doing right now. First of all, they're winning games with their defense. To go into New Orleans tonight and hold the Hornets to 86 points, that's a pretty huge defensive effort, especially in a back-to-back situation on the road. Kobe Bryant is continuing to be the MVP that he is, but also he's getting plenty help from the rest of his teammates. Derek Fisher had a hot shooting first quarter. Trevor Ariza provided double figures off the bench. The Lakers are a team to beat, and a team to reckon with in the Western Conference.
Top pick of last year's draft boasts an NBA career that's lasted all of 13 minutes. Hear what John Barry thought of Greg Oden from his courtside seat.
Every year at the Little League World Series, blasts from the past have their names brought up. Chris Drury, Sean Burroughs, Lloyd McClendon, Charlie Hayes all went on to have success at the highest levels of their respective sports. Rarely, if ever mentioned, is a pitcher from the 1994 Northridge, California team that reached the finals. His name, Matt Cassel, now a starting quarterback for the Patriots. Those that worried about his ability to perform on the big stage, he's been doing it since he was 12. Wendy Nix on his next trick.
It's been 9 weeks since Matt Cassel made his first start of the year, his first start since high school for that matter, against the New York Jets. On Thursday, for the first time this season, Cassel will face the team for a second time, and does so, he says, with less apprehension and added confidence.
I feel like I'm a different player from what I was then, but not an overall reconstruction of who I was, you know, just you continue to grow and become more comfortable.
Matt was in a great program at USC, played behind two great quarterbacks, you know, Leinart and Palmer, and they ran a pro offense. I mean, that's, you know, that's as much of a pro offense as anybody in the NFL.
Cassel has also had 4 years to learn from a pretty good quarterback in New England and has admitted turning to Tom Brady since stepping in as his replacement. Though Brady has yet to attend team meetings, he is back in Foxborough and once again a fixture in the Patriots locker room.
It's great to have him back around the locker room. He's obviously a great leader and always there for support for myself and the other teammates as well. So he's a guy that we love having around, and the more he's around, the better.
Wes Welker continues to be the target of choice for Cassel. Welker is on pace to top his 112 catches from last season. When asked why, Cassel joked he gets open. Running back Sammy Morris and Lamont Jordan are not expected back Thursday night, which again spells opportunity for undrafted free agent Benjarvis Green-Ellis, who has rushed for a touchdown in 4 straight games. And when asked about the possibility of facing former teammate Ty Law, Jarvis Green said he's been out a while. He could be 215 pounds, could be 245. We'll have to wait and see. In Foxborough, Wendy Nix, ESPN.
Still ahead, first place in the AFC is on the line tomorrow night, and the countdown crew. That means Boomer will be here. Hear why they say the best running game will win this one.
I got more football for you, Carl. He's not 100%, but that has stopped Tony Romo from getting ready for the Redskins and delivering a warning. Charlie Weiss's job safe for now. Find out why the Notre Dame AD is sticking with Charlie despite the recent struggles of the Irish.
Remember when Christmas trees weren't found in basements? You could smell a real tree. You could get your picture in front of it, and it looked different each year. And this year, you can take a picture in front of a real tree in Santa's Wonderland at Bass Pro Shops. With the free arcades, remote-control trucks, the model trains, even a free picture with Santa. Time passes. Hold on to Christmas.
Duralast Proving Grounds have come to this maternity ward to test the new Duralast Gold C-Max ceramic brakes, built with a revolutionary shim technology that deadens vibration for superior ultra-quiet stopping performance. To prove this, we've enlisted the help of several very light sleepers. There you have it, new super quiet C-Max brakes from Duralast. Duralast, proven tough.
His was the oldest registered distillery in the United States, from a place where the water was cool, clean, and iron-free. Perfect for making whiskey. Charcoal mellowed drop by drop for smooth sipping, the Tennessee way, which is not the easy way, but it was his way.
Monday, the day you're once again reminded the customer is always right.
I didn't use it.
Despite all evidence to the contrary.
Excuse me, where's aisle 8?
It means another 5 days of Murphy being right about things going wrong. But with Monday comes Monday Night Football on ESPN, where Brady Quinn and the Browns take on Trent Edwards and the Bills. So suck it up, sonny boy. On Monday nights, you're the only customer we care about.
SportsCenter, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Let's go back to Miami for the return of Greg Oden, and some would say the return of Dwayne Wade. If you haven't seen him this season, he's back. Oden back after dropping out after the first game of the season with a foot injury. Let's go back on Oden's injuries, Carl. In 06 June, of course, he had surgery on the right wrist. And then in 07, he had a tonsillectomy. My throat's kind of sore right now. September 07, he had microfracture knee surgery. And then in training camp, he sprained his ankle. And then his NBA debut, he sprained his foot in L.A. against the Lakers, missed 6 games. They were 4-2 without him. He came into the game with a 2+ left in the first quarter. And Chris Quinn, he said, talk to the hand. And now we're in the final minute of the first quarter. We still haven't seen any points from Oden in the NBA yet, but we've got a mark there. And he gets the position on Joel Anthony, and then he says, how's it? The first basket for Oden as an NBAer, his first point since the 07 National Championship game 590 days ago. Third quarter, told you Wade's back. 36 in this game, 4th straight game with 30 or more, and this game is tied. Portland had pretty much been in control. Heat down 1. Quinn, the bucket, and he's fouled, and so the Heat take a 2-point lead into the 4th quarter behind that Miami home crowd, which there were a lot of empty seats. Rudy Fernandez, watch this guy, hit a career-high 25. LaMarcus Aldridge there, he had 14. The Blazers win 104-96. They outscore Miami by 10 in the 4th quarter. Brandon Roy with 22 in the victory.
Let's talk about the big fella tonight. Played 16 minutes, 3 points, a couple of rebounds, a block shot. What kind of conversations did you have with him during the course of the game, and how would you evaluate his night?
I just try to keep telling him having fun. You know, Greg, just go out there, have fun, rebound, and don't worry about the pressure. The biggest thing is he has to play right now, and I think that's what Coach told him. And I think he may be disappointed. He wants to do more, but this is his first game in a while, and we're just excited to have him back on the floor and smiling and having fun again.
See, I asked Carl for any advice as we came to the set today, and Carl said, have fun. Just,
Get out there and enjoy it, blow your nose when you have to, and play for it.
Exactly. Oden scored 3 points. That pushes his career total to 3. 16 minutes. It's tied for the second fewest ever by a #1 overall pick in his first 2 career games. And you don't have to remind Blazer fans who LaRue Martin was. No reminder who this guy is. John Barry, he was courtside.
Well, it's certainly too quick to judge Greg Oden. It's going to take a lot of time. Now, remember, this guy's been out for a year. He came back for 1 game, missed 2 weeks. His timing is off. He looks very discombobulated on the offensive end, but I did see some great signs defensively. 2 huge blocks, a couple nice rebounds in traffic. He turned the ball over twice, but what Portland needs to be a playoff team is Greg Oden and his defensive presence. I think in due time, he will be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, Jazz, they hope that Oden doesn't become a force. They've been very, very good. They're the only other unbeaten. The Lakers now standing. Will the Jazz join them? Winless team, the Wizards. Caron Butler's wearing the bifocals because he got banged on the head on Saturday in Orlando, and it wasn't working. He was having a hard time seeing where the ball was going, when he was shooting it, if it was going in the net. And the sunglasses on the top of the head works for the baseball players in the summer. Caron finally figured it out. He had 9 points in the first half. He's just going to throw those things away. Play through it, just like Everett out here. 74-72, Korver to Kirilenko. The only shot he made was that one. That means he missed his 6 other attempts. The Jazz are up 4. Twan and Butler took this game over. Butler finds Jamison, who went for 21 points and 8 rebounds. The Wiz are up 84-81. Everyone on the bench was standing. Every time they scored a basket, look at them in the upper left-hand corner. This is not a playoff game. It's just their first win as Butler daggers them with 27 and 9, and they win at 95-87.
The Cowboys couldn't run on the Redskins in Week 4, just 44 yards, and they couldn't stop Clinton Portis. 121 yards. End result, Washington handed Dallas its first loss. Portis may be out for the second Skins boys go around this Sunday. League's second leading rusher with a bum knee. He's already been ruled out for Thursday's practice. And then there's the Cowboy who's back in the saddle. Ed Werder has more.
Returning to a Cowboys team that appears more broken than the quarterback's pinky finger, Tony Romo not only inherits an enormous challenge, but embraces it. Following a 3-game absence, Romo must quickly reverse the Cowboys' downward spiral.
If I can do some of the things that I hope I can do,
I feel very confident in our team going up there and playing really good football and maybe changing the perception around here.
We had, a couple of practices, and I think he's trying to get a feel for what he can do and what he can't do, and we're going to assess those practices. The coaches will, just like any other practice. I don't think they're going to hold him back by any means.
We're going to come out to attack the Washington Redskins. I think this team's got a great second half run in it, and hopefully we'll be able to show that starting this week.
The Cowboys averaged twice as many points with Romo as without him. They lost 2 of the 3 games Romo was sidelined and were playing below expectations before his injury. But Romo's bold creativity and willingness to throw down the field make them a totally different offensive team.
It's exciting in a way, to have a goal that no one really sees, but maybe yourself and your teammates. I think that's something that can bring a team together.
Romo claimed he can make every throw and says he can withstand being hit, but acknowledged he has a small amount of pain when taking snaps directly from center. He expects to play against the Redskins wearing a small splint on his right hand that he and the training staff will develop and refine throughout the week. With the Cowboys, I'm Ed Werder, ESPN.
Let's break the season down into thirds. You can see the Cowboys' decline actually began before the Romo injury. In weeks 4 through 6 with Romo, 1-2, scored 6 points per game fewer than they did during that 3-0 start, 1-2 without Romo.
It's becoming the in thing to hop on the dump Charlie Weiss bandwagon. Historically, a vote of confidence from your supervisor is about as reassuring as an economic bailout plan's been lately, but that's what Weiss got today from the school's AD. Using last year's 3-9 nightmare as the bar, Jack Swarbrick said we're a lot better than that. He cited the good relationship Weiss enjoys with his players, his ability to recruit, not to mention the fact he really seems to like them. Swarbrick did say that every Notre Dame coach is evaluated at the end of the season.
Thursday night, the Jets and Patriots meet with first place on the line here, while Keyshawn Johnson says the pressure's on Brett Favre, not Matt Cassel. Romeo Crennel said he was embarrassed about talk of quitting among his Browns team, and he told them so. Hear the message Crennel sent to his players. And the Magic looking to keep pace with the Hawks. Dwight Howard may be just the man to carry them. Would he notch a triple-double?
Eastern Conference Final, Chicago, Columbus, Thursday at 7:30 on ESPN2.
It's the season for giving, so why not give the very best? Like the exhilarating Infiniti G Sedan, or the bold Infiniti FX. They're gifts you can enjoy every day of the year. Visit the Infiniti Limited Engagement Winter Event now to take advantage of our best offers of the year. Lease a G Sedan for $349 per month or get 0% APR financing.
We traveled around the country to show people the many features of Windows Vista, like how to protect their children online and monitor how long they use the computer.
You could actually program it and limit the time.
I can find out everything she's doing.
You could put it longer, you could choose which days.
Because I find them up at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, still searching the web.
They're nosy.
It's like another set of eyes for parents.
At 13, you decided to be a rock star. At 16, you decided to be a quarterback. At 25, you married the girl of your dreams. So when did you decide to be